Hi everybody, welcome to the Bencroft Show. What's up? صحفتوركم صحصحوركم whenever you're listening to this. Today I have the one and only, the she-coat of British accents. It's Djihadilicious. Boom, boom, boom. Say hi.
Hello there, people. Because you said أنا هو شيكور British accent, I'm going to speak with an American accent. I'm going to
La 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 la,
force myself
please.
today.
You know, people get off on you speaking in a British accent. So أعطي الشاب شو يحوس.
All right, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen, I'm a nice chap from a nice town. I've got a little bit of a hading in my town, you know. But
I get.
I have something. Listen, I have to say this over and over again. I'm going to sound mean. Okay, حنبان بزاف شغل mean. صح معليش. I'm going to try to explain myself. I hate it. لحقت to a point وين وليت نكره يجوا لي العباد يقولوا لي زعما I'm talking about a topic. Let's say I chose a topic about mental health, which is I always talk about that. بدي يجوا لي العباد يقولوا لي oh your accent is beautiful. So I was talking about mental health. And I'm like, no, concentrez مع le content. Okay, yeah, so like I tell people to focus on the content, ماشي غير my accent. Okay, of course, like I worked, like I made my accent look British.
كيفاش تعلمت British accent حقا؟ أنا I cannot do it. Look, I try to do British accent شو بعد ضحك علي.
Really?
I can't do it.
Try.
Okay, what should I say? Okay, it sounds so forced. Anyway, I can't. Okay, أنا قدامي the subtle art of not giving a fuck. I'll try to say that in British. No, I'll say the title. ما تكونش كرش كبيرة. I'm just gonna read the title وكوريجي لي my accent. Okay. The subtle art. It's butchering يا ربك. The subtle art of not giving a fuck.
شوفي the tea هذاك لازم يكون تاع جواجلة شايفة لازم يكون the tea تاع جواجلة. It's like the subtle art of not giving an F.
An F.
You know, I don't know why I don't want to say the F word, but yeah.
يعني حقك. You are the first guest here who doesn't want to curse. It's a change.
Okay, all right. صح شوف. The concept تاع having a British accent كيفاش صار لي؟ أنا شغل كان في عمري 7 سنين. My uncle, he's married to a Scottish lady, okay?
And قلنا عندكم أيادي خارجية. That's why.
Exactly, that's why. And when they used to come a lot to Algeria, and I used to enjoy hanging out with them, like my uncle, his wife, and my cousins. Then I believe, like I didn't learn it. كنت نتعلم كنت نقول لهم وشنو هذه وشنو هذه وشنو هذه ملي كنت صغير في 2002 2003 2004. Après كي كبرت شغل I noticed بلي I can do a lot of accents. وعلاش؟ باسكو ملي كنت صغير I was exposed to British culture.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but it is beautiful. يعني it's a beautiful accent. ما باليش why, but it's much more beautiful than an American accent. So I feel like an American accent is the standard, you know. It's the standard accent, but like British one sounds always whatever you say, you just sound more serious and more credible in a British accent. لا لا.
And more intellectual. You're like, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I would like to talk about butter. Butter is a very interesting phenomenon because it brings people together, and it is a social phenomenon around tables. If you eat butter, you're like, sharing a moment with your mother.
Anyway, so let's talk a little bit.
They know my accent. It's not like
they know. عباك شحال جست من خطرة on, you know, we've had a lot of we've had like what 3 videos together.
Yeah,
we've had videos. We've done a live together, so like you know, my people know you. So Jihad, I was thinking, but by the way, for people who don't know كيفاش نعرف جهاد، أنا وجهاد قرينا كيف وش من عام قرينا كيف دوزيام ولا
deuxième année oui deuxième année 2016 la fin تاع 2016 بصح انت قريتي معايا 15 جوغ ومن بعد حبستي بدلتي كلاسه.
I did.
You changed. Yeah.
Oh, علاش بدلت كلاسه؟
I don't know why parce que maybe you had a friend in another classroom. Not really sure.
I did.
Yeah. I remember the first day you came, but you sat beside me, and then we were like
علاش كنت نعرفك ولا جيت هكا قاعد قدامك like a slut.
زهر
اوكي
زهر هكذا باسكو ما كانوا شغل it was an empty place empty spot. من بعد قلت لك من بعد بدينا نهضروا هكذا I asked you some questions, you know. And then I remember we started trash talking, like teasing, trash talking, you know,
each other.
and yeah, I forgot the context and what we were saying. صح, yeah, that's what happened. نشفى كل يوم سيرتو مع الخرجة تاع البيت.
And you liked me?
Yeah, of course. I was like, yeah, she's cool. Because like you were like, hey, do you know me? You don't know me. I was like, yeah, of course I know you, girl.
Yeah, oh my god. I remember my university years. I had I don't know. I had like a savage phase. I was like such a savage. I was like, yeah, bitch, you don't fucking know me. Ew. What do you remember about yourself?
Oh my gosh, I was the womanizer. I was like
صح شحال كنت وومنايزر جهاد يا رب كنت ما كاش طفله في لافريك ما تعرفهاش شتو جهاد شغل وين دورو تصيبو في شحنه مع مدام وين دورو. I'm like god damn it جهاد. And he's always like hugging someone kissing أنا نفضح فيك شغل ديرك ينحرك فيك guys بكري هذا جهاد قبل before he found God و mental health.
Before I found God,
yeah he was like god damn ما راح محتوى except me. Maybe I was the only
we
girl
were like
اللي كنا well I'm sure not the only but like how we've always liked each other on a personal level, you know. I've always liked you.
Exactly.
I've always found you interesting and you are interesting. And but yeah it was a great time في لافاك. أنا ما كنتش نقعد بزاف في لافاك as opposed to you. But you've always been
not at all.
You've always been someone. If you had to describe لي بدي قرب بوزرية at least في الديبارتمون تاعنا what would you say? How would you describe the atmosphere?
شوفي, at first I thought I was like I enjoyed it here جدك. I was like this is awesome, especially the amount of girls. By the way, the girls who are listening to me from Buzaria, you were awesome, man.
Shout out to Buzaria girls.
I had a lot of fun. If you're you know اليامات. And then and then like I was enjoying because it was shallow. My intentions were shallow, were just to you know fuck around with girls and just you know do whatever, just have fun basically.
Yeah, which is normal.
Which is normal for my age.
Yeah.
And then I realized, damn, this is literally me sharing my energy with like in a place where ما لازمش I share it. بس كنت صح كاين بزاف عباد awesome بوزرية. شوفي ما نكذبش, I knew a lot of good people. صح وشنو? There were also trash people من الآخر. like it was at some point كاع بدينا نكرهوا من بوزرية. we enjoyed. بعد كاع بدينا نكرهوا من بوزرية. بعد كاع بدينا نكرهوا ولحقنا to a point when خلاص شغل it became boring and we started seeing les défauts تاع each other. بعد تما خلاص it became bland. ولا تشغل خبز بلا فرماج. شتي خبز بلا فرماج هكذا ناشف.
But that's like all of human relationships. لا sometimes you know تعرف بنادم ويبان لك. I guess when you meet someone you only and you like them تشوف غير العفايس الملاح اللي فيهم. And then you even like تقدسهم to a certain extent when you're like, especially I think if a girl likes a guy or a guy likes a girl, you're like, oh, she's so perfect and she doesn't fart and she's amazing. And then you know تعرفوا بعضكم يبداو يخرجوا لي ديفو, يبداو يخرجوا العفايس مقودين, and you're like, well, you're just human like the rest of us. And
exactly.
ما فهمتش علاش in your opinion we hold people on a pedestal and
You
then
know
we
why?
point ourselves.
There's an explanation to this. In human relations, especially romantic ones, okay? عندنا two things اللي يصيروا. The first thing صراحة attraction, okay?
Physical.
Attraction, physical, and even like emotional attraction. صح. Then هنا وين نغلطوا، هنا وين society ديالنا تاع دوكا which is ماشي لا فوت ديالنا، سي لا فوت تاع the romanticized views about everything. They romanticize everything. Like everything is magical. No, come on, it's not magic. Attraction does not give a shit about compatibility. You can be attracted so hard to someone, but you know you're not compatible. The attraction is just the chemicals in the first 6 months ولا one year, because كاين a psychological aspect to this, which is the recognition that the first caregivers اللي عشتي معاهم. You know, like if your caregiver treated you really bad, you will be attracted to people who will treat you the same way. It's your nervous system recognizing. يعيطولها neuroception هذه. You recognize what was first from your childhood. But وش يصير when you attract that person, you are attracted to them. وش يصير the chemicals يبدأوا يخدموا endorphins, oxytocin, dopamine, and all of that. When they subside كي تخلص يعيطولها the honeymoon phase. كي تجوز the honeymoon phase يبدأوا the real compatibility تبدأ تبان لتما. نبداو نشوفوا اسكو البنادم compatible ولا لا باسكو علاش اليامات الاولين of course يبانوا compatible باسكو there is motivation, there is passion behind it. It's like they call you all the time, or they look for you, or they give you the whatever you want باسكو كاين the chemical backup. غير une fois يروح هذا chemical backup ثم you know what's compatible, what's not.
Yeah, I think you put this very, very well. Thank you. Yeah, God, that was very well put. I think one of the things that I have been learning عبك شحال هاد الثلاث شهور شحال I've learned things قسم بالله, like thank
really?
you COVID, well not thank you, we fucking hate you بصح I have had so many realizations about حياتي in general, whether it's like relationships ولا about you know ideology and politics. And one of the things that I'm realizing about human interaction, or maybe between a love interest, is, you know, and I'm struggling with it. Well, I'm not saying I have it figured out وفهمت كيفاش الحالة تمشي. That would be too arrogant to say, especially like I'm 23 years old. It's insane to have it all figured out at this age. But what I've been realizing is that كما قلت, this romanticized idea of how human interaction should be, of لازم كيفاش واحد يفهمك بلا ما تهدر, and that everything should be perfect. Like it's so fucked up. And one of the things that are so necessary for the survival of any relationship is compromise. It's so important to fucking compromise and to give each other the benefit of the doubt. هادو هما the two things I've realized on a personal and like ideological level, is شحال it's important باش sometimes تسمح من حقك. يقول لك I would rather lose the argument than lose you. And sometimes we focus يصالك مشكل مع واحد and انت عندك الحق وصح عندك الحق, and you focus so much on that, like أنا عندي الحق and so راح نكلاشيها راح كذا راح كذا 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 وما اسمحش من حقي because أنا اللي عندي الحق. But this is not how I think relationships, whatever type of relationships, what friendship ولا مع la famille ديالك ولا love interest, you are gonna have to decide شكون الأولوية تاعي. اسكو نربح هذا الارجيومنت ويكون أنا عندي الحق and we prove and agree بلي أنا عندي الحق, or how can I protect my relationship with this person and save it and have it
exactly
go through the argument. And yeah, that is a lesson we all can work on learning, I suppose.
That's you, what you just said. You redefined love.
Aww.
From an Roman كيفاش أسنى reformulate this word, from an unromanticized standpoint, which is the healthiest form. Because like love, what is love? According to Teals 1, she says that love is taking taking something as part of yourself and taking its best interests as your own best interests. Like, this is where sometimes it is okay to suffer, or it is not suffer, but it's not like self-hate, but it is okay to give from yourself for someone whom you love. This is what our parents, the good parents, not all parents are good. Let's be honest about this. Yeah.
Obviously.
Like, you see the real healthy relationships, they give, and they don't, and they put you, or they make you as part of themselves.
Yeah.
And especially in relationships, when you said like the compromise is important.
Yeah, it is.
Work, it takes work. Knowing people, they have to understand, Billy, a relationship takes work. It's not just based off emotions. Emotions are frail. Okay, you feel good. So imagine your partner needs help and you don't feel good. What are you gonna do? You're just gonna leave them there? No. That's how we're gonna show you're there.
Yeah, I think
Exactly.
I think our
And that's
culture.
sad when
I
you
think
think
our
about
culture
today's
has
society.
become.
كيفاش ولينا.
Yeah, I think our culture has become so مبنية على intolerance in all kinds of relationships. I'm being shocked at how people act so vindictive وشغل like كما قلت لك the attitude اللي كان عندي في لافاك, which is this like savage attitude of just God, it disgusts me now when I think of it, to be honest. But I really do think compromise and you should always think of the ultimate good. Is the ultimate good باش يكون عندك الحق you prove yourself, or is it to preserve your relationship with the person? And let's be careful. ماناش نهضروا على abuse. ماناش نهضروا على someone who is, being abusive to you, سواء physically or not. I think there is a fine line between being abusive and being flawed and making mistakes, and sometimes people confuse the two. كي يكون واحد يغلط ولا يدير عفايس يقول لك oh he's toxic and he's that, but sometimes it's really not. Sometimes it takes patience and it takes genuine love باش you accept someone despite their faults. بس كيما قلنا abuse should never be tolerated. So if something is really affecting you negatively, you should not tolerate it, obviously. شغل هاد البنادم ما راهوش البنادم for you, move on.
Exactly. And without sans rancune, without grudge. Yeah.
هذه هي. Sometimes you have to شغل لازم تعرف وقتاش you move on ووقتاش this person deserves a chance. And I think it's kind of like making a list of the positives and the negatives. Okay, هاد البنادم فيه ديفو هدايا, but like what are the good things? This is why I said the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes we demonize people even though we know that they are good people. فهمتني? Let's say someone عنده طبيعة تاع زعما تبعت له ميساج وما ريبونديلكش right away, or يدير لك view, or like he ignores you, but like you have other proof باللي this person actually loves you because يدير بزاف عفايس واحد اخرين, راهو يدير life decisions to make you happy and to keep you satisfied. And what happens is they ignore this and then they focus على العفسه اللي ماشي مليحه and because هذه هي, I think the human mind tends to focus على the negative more than the positive. So we're more interested in the negative than the positive. Zama, let's say Sharika makes $1 billion in a day, and Sharika that loses $1 billion in a day. Which one is more likely to be on the news? It's the one of losing $1 billion. No, we have a tendency to be interested in la face li mashi mlah rather than la face li mlah, which is why the media reports more bad things than good things. And that's all I have.
You know why? Because our ancestors lived in forests. And أبقى بلي حنا the ones وعلاش حنايا we have a lot of anxiety. Parce que our ancestors اللي سلكوا اللي تخباوا وهربوا from predators, they were so anxious. They were negative. They were like, man, a tiger can jump on me from this tree. I'm not gonna touch that. They survived. So those who were like very chill, they were like, yeah, come on, what could happen? Boom, a tiger eats them, you know?
Yeah.
We are the survivors that the heavily anxious ancestors.
Yeah.
we are كاين واحد العفسه في الدماغ يعيطولها the reticular activation system.
Yeah.
the RAS. هذا the reticular activation system يخليك تكونسونطري على واش في بالك صافي لونطون. وحنا physiologically و biologically we are this. We are wired to look for negative things. على بها to be really like to think positively or to be happy is really difficult.
Yeah.
You know, that's why. That's one of the reasons. Partly, ماشي كلش. Partly. باسكو إلا كلش نقدروا نهضروا 5 hours about this.
Yeah, and I think and
you said something about relationships.
Yeah.
This is you said something about making a list.
Yes. What about it?
The list that yes, the list that we should make is a list about the needs that we need, the needs that our partners need, have to meet. We need to know how to meet our needs and and to choose people who will meet our needs. Sometimes attraction is blinding.
Yeah.
Because they're meeting our needs at first and بعد يقولوا they don't meet them. we should wait. Okay, the attraction subsides. All right, let's see how this person is. Okay, all right. So this person may be not good for me. If for example there is a person who wants to like be distant a lot of time, who wants a lot of alone time.
Yeah.
That's okay. And if you want connection, okay, I'm good now.
Yeah, you're okay.
Yeah. So, and if you are someone who needs like to have connection and to be all the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time or most of the time with your partner, you choose someone who is compatible with that, regardless of the attraction. The attraction can be blinding. And that's what you said, Ntia. You said that the list, you should make a list. Like the people, go write a list. What do you want your partner to be? What are your needs that you want to meet? Like you have to meet your needs. You can't, part of the trauma اللي عندنا is the belief that we can't meet our needs. We can meet our needs. برك نعرفوا شنو هما. كي نعرفوا شنو هما, we can state them being authentic. Like, hey, if you want to be in a relationship with me, this is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want. You know, and then hey, yeah.
What if you fall for someone like ماشي attraction, you love someone تحبه, بس that person doesn't meet your needs?
That's incompatibility. That's incompatibility. You can't. We run away from that fact that okay, maybe we're not compatible. Yeah, and it's not bad from any party. All parties, both parties can be okay. Yeah, we're not compatible. Like it's okay. Let's move on. Let's change the nature of our relationship. Let's just become friends, or like let's just become friends, and we can meet, but we just change the nature. Give me that thing, and I give you that thing. Okay, we can't do that, you know. And that, and growing up, like I'd like to talk about my mental health history.
Yes.
Like كيفاش I got intrigued by this. It's really it's an interesting story, I believe. اللي حكيت لهم هكذا, they told me it's an interesting story. It's a bit embarrassing for me, so I don't care. It's all right.
Yeah.
Enfin, I care, but it's all right. I'm gonna tell it. Yeah. So, in 2011, 11 and 12, I was so depressed.
Yeah.
And I was so lonely. I remember كانوا يجوني les insomnies. شتي الانسومنيا ما نقدش لو كان زعما تحسبي لي مينوت اللي رقدتهم in a week, during a week, تلقاهم واحد 3 سوايع ماكسيموم
واو
جوا يعني yeah, that was hell for me. It was like such a cold, empty period of my life, 2 years. And then I was like, okay, what do I need? I was like, yeah, I need a girlfriend because basically هذوك الأيامات I was the kind of person اللي ما كانش girlfriend because I couldn't ما كنتش نقدر نهضر مع person ما كنتش نقدر نسوسياليز مع العباد neither dudes nor girls. But I went online. I joined these forums. So embarrassing what I'm going to say. It's called the Pickup Artists Community. And these are people who teach how to pick up, how to pick up a partner. You know? It's for both for men and women, like how to have social skills. And like I read the book, it's called The Game. And there's another book, The Mystery Method. Mystery هذا, he's a guy who like created this method of like mating, of getting a partner.
So you became obsessed with getting a girlfriend.
Exactly. And then what I started doing is نروح بلايص alone. Imagine an introvert.
شغل it's an important step باش تجوز عليها for your own growth. قاعد درنا فايز صغار that are cringy, but بلا هادوك ال cringy things you would not be شكون راك دوكا. You know what I mean? We all have to go through shit to become who we are. بالك دوك على 5 سنين نعاود نتفكر هاد الوقت ونقول لك oh my gosh كنت cringy. وماذا بيا because that means I am growing and I'm changing. You know, we're not static beings. شي زدنا in a way ونكونوا فيها كاع حياتنا. If you're not changing معناتها ماكش تتطور، ما راكش تتعلم عفايس، ما راكش واعي لروحك self aware. You're not self aware and you're static. And that's not who we want to be as humans. بصح do you think هاد العبسة تاع with you and girls and stuff هل داخلة فيها this pressure اللي الرجال عندهم to be زعما good with girls, to get girls, this validation اللي تجيكم من being liked by girls? Do you think داخلة فيها؟
Hell yes.
كيفاش كان داخل
فيها؟ It's pride. It's pride. Like most men know what we do. We actually like do that to gain pride, especially the womanizer type. Yeah, look at me. I have a lot of women and all of that, and it's ingrained. Males acted this way since the dawn of time.
Yes,
like sultans and kings and all of that. So, but you know what it comes from? What it comes from? It comes from not. Parce que I had this emotional need that I wanted to meet. Okay, هضرنا مقبل على needs. بصح كاين عفسة. You can meet your needs in a healthy way or in an unhealthy way. Being a womanizer is obviously an unhealthy way. You know, it's the unhealthy way of meeting a need. كيما par exemple, emotional eating. It's the same concept. Like you need زعما you feel alone, you go eat Nutella or something. Eat
تعمر الفيد. تعمر emptiness inside you.
Exactly. Or you take drugs. عود ما تدير هذيك العفسة, you can choose know what is the healthy thing. تعرف, you identify the need ديالك. For I need connection. Okay, I'm gonna call someone to talk to. I'm gonna meet someone to talk to about this feeling that I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And then you will see, believe those tendencies, the bad tendencies يحبسوا.
Yes. I think it's important to point out بلي جهاد شحال في عمرك? You're 25.
25 last week I did 20.
Oh, happy birthday. I didn't know. ما قلتلكش happy birthday. I'm such a bad friend. So the point I was trying to make is جهاد الحق لهاد realization هو في عمره 25 سنة. So if you are young and راك تشوف روحك ما راكش تشوف things in this way, it's normal. Trust me. Age ماشي age شغل قد ما تعيش قد ما تتعلم عفايس and don't force it, don't rush it, enjoy the process because if you don't make mistakes, if you don't cringe and embarrass yourself, jamais حتلحق للبوان اللي لحق له جهاد, which he would never have if he didn't make mistakes. And I think الفترة هذيك تاع العفاك what's very important about it, and I guess حفصة في الجزائر اللي ما نديروهاش بزاف, is learning who you are as a person, you know. It's experimenting, it's meeting people, it's trying things. And for a lot of people ما يديروش هاد العفايس في الافاق because حنا شغل ما عندناش هذيك الكونسبت تاع واحد صغير يعيش يغلط. For parents at least شغل you don't have the right to be human. لازم everything is programmed. تروح راك تقرا في الليسي. I mean people like في الخارج في الليسي عنده a social life, you know, يخرج مع his friends, يروحوا السينما, يخرجوا يديروا. حنا the people have no life. ما عندهمش ميم با زعما يروحوا يديروا سبور, يديروا هوبي. and العباد كي يكونوا صغار they have so much built up energy that they need هكا extracurriculum activities, whether يكونوا يفيدوهم زعما يتعلم يدير سبور ولا يتعلم عنده book club ولا يديروا عفايس for fun. So people need these things, and حنا في الافاق في كاع لي فاك تاع الجزائر ما عندناش these outlets for the youth باش يفتحوا مخهم, باش يتلاقوا مع عباد different, to exchange, باش يغلطوا. like people underestimate the need to make mistakes كي تكون صغير. and what happens is هاد العباد يعيشوا كاع صغرهم this bottled up energy, ومن بعد كي يكبروا يخرجوا من الافاق ويبداو يخدموا يولوا frustrated people كارهين حياتهم because جامي عاشوا صغرهم. and then تصيب have you noticed عيبة تصيبهم like في عمره 40 سنة بصح تشوف عقله جايح شغل في عمره 12 سنة. and that's because هاد العيبات في صغرهم جامي خلاو لهم the freedom to live and to experiment and to do things. شغل عيبات في الجزائر اللي يديروها هكا غير عيبات اللي فواياجاو ولا عاشوا sometime في الخارج باش عاشوا شوية وشافوا شوية. يعني في الجزائر people are just frustrated and then they grow up to be frustrated adults, ومن بعد يجيبوا داري يربوهم بالfrustration هذيك يزيدوا يخرجوا فيهم زعافهم and their frustration, and it's a continuous cycle. and so I know what I would advise you to do is really just had age تاع الوقت تاع لافاك is so important to experiment and live. And don't be embarrassed, don't be afraid to make mistakes. هذا which I want to say. What do you think, Jihad?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, perfect. Parce que انتي دوكا what you said, you actually parce que part of healing, part of going through that is accepting where you are. For example, you have to accept the fact that okay, I am doing this thing. I have to, like, I'm doing this thing. Why am I doing this thing? Parce que I needed it to survive. Parce que I was like I was feeling alone and all. So I went and at least I did something in life. I wasn't just like laying there in, you know, on my bed and doing nothing. And when you accept them, it's شوفي la seule façon اللي راح تزيد تفسد كلش the healing process ولا society ولا is shame. parce que علاش بزاف society is based on shame, on toxic shame. Parce que par exemple surtout la société algérienne, it's based on shame. They shame you. They don't have nothing. أسنى نبدل le pronom personnel. We shame.
Yeah.
We shame. شو ما نكونش برك
شو خارج
because I am, to be honest, I am angry at society because I am hurt by society, and I'm not gonna ماشي parce que I talk about mental health حنخبي ونقول بلي I play it positive. No, that's the worst thing we can do is play it positive. Du coup, it's okay to do these things because they helped us cope with our feelings, with our traumas, with our problems, you know. And but basically that's what you're saying. It's to accept that the healing هذايا ولا the change in perspective is only valid when we are ready. Ancient teachings يقول لك باللي the lips of understanding are closed except to the ears of understand. No, excuse me. The lips of wisdom are closed except to the ears of understanding.
Oh, beautiful.
Exactly. Like انت صارت لك، انا على بالي بلي انت صارت لك وبزاف اللي هم يسمعوا صارت لهم. تشوفي اون فيديو على a video that gives you information. تشوفيها واحد ديفوا اليوم، تشوفيها ديفوا العام الجاي زعما كي تجوز عام تعاودي تشوفيها you understand something completely different. You're like كيفاش ما فهمتش هاد العفسه. That's because we have it depends on the time what we receive.
والعباد هذوك من بها ماشي مليح unsolicited advice كما العباد يدير لك يعطي لك كونساي بصح انت you don't want to صح هذاك they start pushing يقول لك لازم دير هكذا لازم دير هكذا no man ما لازمش وقت ما تحب كيما تحب don't give me advice you know على بها شغل صاري ان بروبليم تاع disconnection باسكو حنايا العباد اللي لازم يمدوا لنا لي كونساي ما يعرفوش يمدوا لي كونساي
صح
they do it in an angry way they're like hey do this do that they're like man chill
يزيد يكره اكثر يزيد يبعد اكثر تقول fuck it ولا ميم لو كان كنت راح نسمع ما نسمعش دوكا قود عليا what I mean تولي even like تولي شغل defensive ولا تولي like rejecting the idea even more صح this is so important عباك كيفاش يعطوا advice and sometimes because they're so sure of their advice like sometimes يجي واحد يعطيك I guess نصيحة في الدين or something and because راهو so sure or so مقتنع بروحه يجي يهضرها لك شغل it's a given to you it's not a given to me maybe you know what I mean and sometimes كيجي واحد هكا يعطي لك كونساي ويفتي عليك you're like you know what راك زدت كيف يقولوا that you made me not want to do what you want me to do even more تشحنتني and that's why it's so important it's so important باش تعرف كيفاش توصل الميساج I'll give you an example كاين عباد يديروا سبور تصيبوا عنده the perfect body يعرف كلش في السبور super educated super كلش بس ما يصلحش يكون كوتش تصيب واحد ما عندوش an amazing body بس زعما قرا سبور والعباد يحبوا يخدموا معاه and he has a good way of getting to people and that's the difference ما يكفيش تكون واحد زعما righteous وتكون تعرف عفايس باش معناتها انت تعرف توصل الميساج methodology is sometimes even more important than knowledge مش بخيفة واحد ما يكونش بزاف هارب في راسه ويعرف how to communicate على واحد يكون هارب في راسه بصح ما يعرفش يكوميونيكي ويزيد يهرب الناس كتر من الايديا لو حب يوصلها فهمتني
exactly صح بس عجبتني وش قلتي كيفاش قلتي methodology is more important than
knowledge
knowledge
sometimes يعني ما نقولوش
that's very interesting
ما نقولوش دائما وابدا I think for a lot of the time it's just as important وهنا نعاودوا نقولوا النقطه تاع compromising a lot of these people زعما تصيبوا عنده knowledge ويكون super intelligent كي يجي يعطيك كونساي ولا يجي يتناقش معك شغل كيما نقولوا in English he likes the sound of his own voice يحب يسمع روحه يهضر تعجبه روحه بزاف and it's about هذيك تاع أنا نعرف أنا I'm trying to impose myself وأنا عندي الحق do you know what I mean it's about exchange المغزى منه أنا نبروفي لك بلي أنا عندي الحق but that's not always how to get through to people it's not by riling them up it's not about always doing that sometimes it's about مام انت تكون عندك الحق but you know كيفاش you phrase your arguments كيفاش تسمح شوية من حقك ما تروحش to that extreme غير باش تربح البنادم and that's how relationships work all around
yeah truly someone how can someone make someone defend كيفاش انت راك حاب تمد كونساي كاش بنادم وانت تهضر معاه دون فاصون عيانه وترجعوا ديفونسيف ومن بعد تسنى منه يستقبل الكونساي ديالك
صح
ولا يتقبل امبوسيبل باسكو there is communication déjà communication جايه من لو لاتان communicationem qui veut dire to create together or to bring together you go with aggressive being aggressive and all you're not going to succeed you're just stupid that's low intelligence when it comes to communication because communication is a form of intelligence دوكو هنايا وين لازم نفهموا بلي على I always had this idea it's a blessing كي عندنا يوتيوب ولا this social media باسكو تقدري you can talk if you have the يعيطوا له the messiah complex If you have this messiah complex, which I have, I love listening to myself talk. I just put a video on YouTube, and it's not aggressive. It's just waiting for the people to watch it.
Yeah.
It's not me forcing them. مانيش نروح ليه في الحومة هكذا ونقول له اسمع هالك blah blah blah. No, I just put it out. Voilà. And then they try to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
شوفوا yeah هنا وين هي صار the friction رانيا. The friction بيناتنا كاع all of the parties, all of the ideologies is here. باسكو عبك كارل يونغ عنده an idea. This idea يعيط لها the ideological possession. Someone who is ideologically possessed is someone اللي ديري معاه debate ولا شغل يمدلك his ideas صح in an aggressive way and in an emotionally charged way impossible ديري معاه debate. وهذوما تلقاهم في لي ديبا اللي يديروهم في لا تيلي الجيريان. شوف يجيبوا بنادم بعد يبداو يتضاربوا ويدو. It's like basically
ضربوا العرب بيناتهم.
بزاف. Could you imagine like I don't know Ben Shapiro ولا كاش ولا Joe Rogan ولا شي واحد يدير debate يبدا يتضارب. It's like so low. على بها ثاني we have to keep some advice for ourselves. It's not just don't be an asshole. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. I mean, going to people's accounts and leaving them like وش راك دير حرام وش راك دير ماشي مليح. Really, I mean, what are you achieving really? What are you achieving? I think for a lot of people there is a sort of even like narcissism, you know, it's about like أنا نعرف وأنت ما تعرفش. It's about and it's disguised behind زعما the idea of advice. Do you know what I mean? So it's a lot about imposing yourself. It's a lot about because think of it. Do you actually think هالبنادم حيقرأ your comment or actually listens to you? You know he's gonna take it. Yeah, you know he's gonna take it the wrong way. So what have you achieved? قلت له عفسة, even though you know it's not gonna achieve وشنو soi-disant راك حاب you achieve.
Exactly.
بصح يبسط راسك ودرتها. تسمى لو فات اللي يبسط راسك معناتها your intention is not صح تفيدو ولا تعاونو. Your intention is باش تقول واش راك حاب تقول انت. And here it shows.
Spread and to express yourself. You just are frustrated and you just want to insult somebody ولا share that negative pain. You just want to rant, you know? We do that in a healthy way. And there are many healthy ways we can express emotions. And people, they don't care. Like many debates, نشوف هكذا debates في الحومة أو لعيبة نعرفهم نشوفهم يدخلوا في ديبا. No one is trying to understand the other. They're just expressing their emotions. So it's even debates are emotional needs sometimes. Please understand me. Please tell me that I am right. I want to confirm that I am right. And if you see, because we get into a debate, which is very difficult to do because we all have egos. Is getting angry, worked up. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The person is going to calm down. And then this is a way like to manipulate the debate. Like you tell them they're right, and then you manipulate it. You say, for example, يقول لك باللي اسمع كي تخرج تمشي 10 كيلومتر خير ملي كي تمشي 2 كيلومتر. بعد تقول له بصح كان تمشي 10 كيلومتر تعيا بزاف ما تقدرش دير عفايس بزاف في لا جورني. يقول لك لا 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 بعد تقول له اوكي كالمي روحك على بالي وعندك الحق. تقولي له عندك الحق وش يدير البنادم يتكلم يقول يا اوكي ما كاش فريكشن ما كاش ريزيستنس يتكلم بعد you start manipulating you're like yeah بصح كاين هاد العفسه and then he's like oh shit damn it's all understanding. One of the most prominent needs for relationships نقول relationships باسكو all kinds of relationships باسكو في الدنيا هذه the universe يمشي with relationships even in atoms quantum physics. Quantum physics كاين a phenomenon يعيطولو quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement هذا the concept that two particles ما كان زعما a particle ما عندهاش خدها. All particles عندهم have like their sisters negative positive. تقدر تكون a particle on planet Earth and its sister is on Mars or on the moon.
Yeah.
And they are both affected. If you affect one, the other one will be affected the same way. يعيدولها quantum entanglement. Okay? Du coup, كلش is everything is in a relationship on this planet. Humans, symbiosis with nature, animals, everything. Du coup, in relationships, one of the most prominent need that we are not getting as relationship derived people or relationship driven people is understanding.
Yeah.
يقول لك sometimes يقول لك هذه شوفي it's gonna resonate. Stop loving and start understanding. كاين واحد الكتاب يعجبني بزاف اسمه The 5 Languages of Love. The 5 Languages of Love كاين 5. كاين la première, which is verbal affirmations. Some people like to receive love with verbal affirmations, positive talk.
We sure do.
Second, physical touch, not only sexually, but any kind of touch, warm touch. Third, quality attention. 4, presents or buying gifts. 5 is food, through giving food.
Giving food, really?
Yeah. It's like someone, a lot of people like love when people buy them food. It's like, oh, this is
or
love.
Cook for them.
Or cook for them, exactly.
Yeah, that's what men love. Like.
Yeah, that's why we were developed to this. Anna, for example, a woman who cooks is very attractive for me.
Yeah, that's obviously like evolutionary because
evolution.
Because that's what mothers do for men, and so you associate وحدة طيب لك to someone who takes care of you and loves you.
Exactly.
Right, and that's
and
why
I wanna cook for her too. That's the thing. Like I want her to cook for me sometimes, and I cook for her sometimes. It's like both ways.
Voilà.
It's just a form of love. And yes, and this is where the misconception happens. If you, for example, two people in a relationship, okay, romantic ولا ماشي romantic? Good. Okay. So this book that talks about the 5 languages of love. يعطيك exemple. Imaginons 2 personnes في relation. Relationship ماشي لازم تكون romantic, ماشي لازم تكون friendship, a relationship. واحد, his form of love is quality attention and physical touch. Okay? And the other party, is, the form of love تاعها, say cooking, giving food, and وش يعيطوا لها شو هي الدوزيام اللي نخمم فيها فوالا buying gifts. Okay? Imagine هذيك لا بيرسون اللي عندها اللي تحب الماكله وتحب تشري لي كادو، تقعد غير تمد الماكله وتشري لي كادو لهذيك لا بيرسون. وهذيك لا بيرسون هذيك تمد لها غير quality attention and physical touch. There is an incompatibility هنا because like they're not receiving the love they need. They're not really receiving what they want. كما par exemple c'est comme si انت تروحي you know someone you love very much تشري له كيلو لحم alors que هو he's a vegan. What does that mean? Like انت صح شريتي له لحم out of love. صح. You are loving. So you're not understanding. This is where understanding is above everything. Like if you want, you can never have what you can't understand. صح. And it's true. Like if you are angry and all, the only person who will calm you down is the one who would understand you. You'll be like, okay, understand. You're angry. This is why. Okay, please sit with me. Tell me more. That's real understanding. Hence, that's real love. That's making someone part of yourself. You know?
Yeah.
What do you think of this, Ndia?
Honestly, I think no, I agree with everything you said. I think it's beautiful. I think it's very beautiful. That's what I think of it.
Yeah, me too. I think very beautiful to know these things.
Yeah, I think we don't really pay attention to the importance of understanding each other. I think a lot of people, even كيجوا من نية مليحة, كاين this obsession كما قلت with doing what you want, you know, what you think is right, and you say believe the intention is getting through the other person, but is it really? Because then you would care about what that person wants and needs instead of what you want and need, and it's so hard, I guess, for عيبات صغار to get into that mindset. But I think as we grow older, we see how necessary it is to think like this, because وشي صار لك is you burn out. كي تكون صغير عندك هذيك the energy to fight and do that and be all over the place. بس قد ما تكبر قد ما you see that it's useless, and you see that the way you can actually get through people is by listening more, by caring more, by understanding, as you said. And these things, I think, come with age. If they don't come with age, then you're doing something wrong. But if they do, if you're evolving in that sense, then I think that's it's the best thing you can do. And again, this concept I've been hearing a lot about. Do you know دحيح?
سمعت ديجا لو مو هذا بصح I don't know what's that.
دحيح he's Egyptian, he's a YouTuber, and he talks a lot about شغل concepts in politics and sociology, things like that. One of the topics that I talk about, you talk about. So the thing is, البنادم, he's super popular. Like his videos get millions of views, and he's one of a kind, I guess, in the region. ما كاش بزاف عباد يديروا this type of content, and the accusation that some people give him, a lot of religious people, is يقول لك يدس السم في العسل, يدس السم في العسل. Do you know what that means?
From a literal sense, yes.
Yeah, voilà. وعلاش? Because يقول لك what he's really encouraging is atheism.
Okay.
But ما يجيش يقول hello, I'm promoting atheism. He does it by promoting other things that make atheism sound good, or by leading people to atheism without expressing his intentions. فهمتني؟ زعما أنا نجي نحكي لك على علمانية شغل لابسة مليحة، نجي نحكي لك على certain values and I convince you بلي هاد values are well. And these things will lead people gradually باش they also think هاد العفايس ملاح ويبعدوا على عفايس في الدين. You know what I mean? So يقول لك الدحيح يدس السم في العسل. But in fact what it is الدحيح, he has the methodology. You know what I mean? He gets through people. He's funny, he's interesting, he's not close-minded. Do you know what I mean? شغل ما يجيش يهضر معك فوالا، ما يجيش يهضر معك شغل هو يعرف خير منك ويجي يهضر شغل you know أنا عندي الحقيقة المطلقة وأنا راح نقول لك this very biased way of speaking اللي بزاف عباد عندهم. You know what I mean? شغل مام لو كان يجي صح يديفوندي. I'm not saying هو حيادي. كاين the difference between being حيادي and then you know explaining things on the basis باللي انت فهمك هو the only real way of understanding things. And I think that's what a lot of like religious people do, is almost this condescending attitude towards people اللي يخليهم هاد العفسة شغل راهي تضر فيك انت personally, because you're driving people away from you. انت راك تضر في المصداقية ديالك. But كي يجي واحد كيما دحيح who's very well spoken, he's funny, he's cool, he's interesting, يجي يهضر على العفايس يقول لك يدس السم في العسل. No, you're just jealous because هو يعرف يهضر and he's attracting people. And I suggest you turn your jealousy into productivity, which is تعلموا تهضروا، تعلموا تكونوا ولو لو كان شوية حياديين، تعلموا you don't condescend people، تعلموا you don't you know change facts and manipulate them to serve your ideology. And again هنا it comes to methodology being super important, sometimes even more important than knowledge, I think.
Yeah, I mean like it's for example ideological possession. ideology is like an idea, okay? Ideology is a group of ideas and beliefs. How does an idea become an ideology or like it becomes strengthened? It's by, for example, كي تكون من بكري زعما someone receives an idea ومن بعد مع الوقت تبدا it becomes charged emotionally. كاين ديفيرونس بين باغ اكزومبل انايا انت تقول لي باللي زعما انا I don't care about football. نكره فوتبول by the way. كي تلعب بزاير ولا I'm sorry for saying this but تلعب بزاير ولا I'm watching videos ولا
You don't have to be
reading,
sorry for that. What the fuck?
Yeah, but invariably they're gonna be like, oh, what? This is the reaction of people.
It's a sport, dude. Not everyone has to like it.
Imagine يجي لي واحد يقول لي اسمع، يقول لي نيمار ولا نيمار خير من كريستيانو. اوكي انا I know the idea I have it عندي. بالك على بالك نقول بلي شفت شويه هكا قلت نيمار خير من كريستيانو رونالدو. اوكي جود. بصح واحد who is a fan of the game he's like he كيما يقولوا يروح كيما يقولوا قلبه وربه اوكي يروح هكذا يعيط يروح للاستاد هذاك تقولي له نيمار خير من كريستيانو رونالدو he will get angry باسكو علاش the same idea صح the emotions are not the same. The emotions اللي عندي انا the idea ماشي emotionally charged. هو this idea is emotionally charged. It's the same thing with ideologies. هذوك العباد they have the same ideas بصح those ideas are emotionally charged. Du coup le mot hence the appellation ideological possession. La possession is like possessed by a demon.
Yeah.
They literally surtout كي يدير معاهم الدبيت they get angry يزعفوا ومن بعد you can't do a debate. فهمي تما بلي they're angry خلاص there's no place for debate because they are possessed. They don't care about the debate. They just care about their emotions and being understood.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this is what you were talking about. That's the idea. Like we have to know how to communicate our ideas. So that we don't push people to become, because I'm ideologically possessed in some things. Because I'm human first of all. كاين عفايس اللي توشيهم لي العباد نتهاوش نتقلق. You know, I do my best باش ما نتقلقش بصح نتقلق. I'm human ثاني. تسمى إذا واحد يجي يعرف يكوميونيكي he knows not to push buttons and goes straight to the ideas to the debate, that's good. كاين عباد نسمع لهم كاين عباد ما نسمع لهمش ممسي عندهم the same ideologies the same ideas. كاين بنادم ما يعجبنيش he starts being an asshole. I'm like shut up man, I don't care. ملخ.
Yeah.
So that's how it goes. تسمى على بها أنا I'm obsessed with mental health. أنا أبك بلي I have everything I see, even quarantine. This quarantine, I see it from a mental health basis.
Same.
Yeah, it's like تاني تشوفي from the mental health basis. You see also the political and all of that.
Yeah.
Economic. أنا ما نعرفش. I'm not really good with economic aspects. So شنو? It's like let's say for example there is a leader who is ideologically possessed. And who doesn't know that he's ideologically possessed. Because what part of the problem is that people don't know that they have these issues. أبيها يعيطوا لهم Carl Jung يقول لهم shadow aspects of our personalities. We don't. It's like you don't know what you don't know until you try to look for it. You know, it's like an empty room, dark empty room, and a lantern. You light the light to see what you have in your room. So if we heal the person, if we spread this awareness of mental health, we will have mentally healthy leaders.
Yeah.
See, no, we will have mentally unhealthy leaders, like we saw in the world. Like the world دايما يورينا بلي كيما for example أنا my درت اسمه البودكاست مع رامي زموشي هضرتوا على Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And he supports Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? أنا جهاد. I respect Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump is strong. He is ideologically possessed. He is hurt. He is destroyed, traumatized. He's projecting all of his traumas. بصح وشنو I respect him. I know that he did because he did what he had to do. Like he's strong. Let's be honest. The thing he's doing is that's
it
strength.
takes a lot of mental strength, to be honest.
Did
you see هذيك journalist اللي partageait his interaction معها?
Chinese.
عبالك I promise you, I think if I was in his place, I'd spit in her face. Because whether we like him or not, it's a very stressful, time. Imagine the person who has to يجي رجال حاله. It's a very stressful time, and that's really where the focus is. Now imagine someone في نص الأزمة يجي يسقسيلك like such a stupid question that's clearly not in the interest of Zama getting information, but just like a character diss. It's a character diss, her question, it wasn't Zama informative. And I really كان قادر he handles it better. Trump always يقدر he handles it better, but I do think that it takes a lot to go through what he goes through because everyone attacks him, and that can't possibly be easy. But I do think Trump, for the most part, he's very fake. He fakes a lot of things.
So fake.
This is this السم في العسل at its best, Donald Trump. علاش? Because he has a certain he has an agenda, عنده a certain goal. And what he did شغل قبل ما دخل البوليتيك, because Trump can liberal حياته. You know what I mean? He's always been liberal. He even he funded the campaigns of a lot of democratic candidates. يدخل في البوليتيك, it was because of certain things. So he hated the political correctness bullshit, the constant like war interference bullshit, the immigration shit. You know what I mean? وهاد العفايس دوكا برك ولاو زعما democratic agenda وراحوا بزاف extreme فيهم. Do you know what I mean? And so فاش يترشح for the Democratic Party or for the Republican, شاف باللي the Republicans هما اللي راهم دوكا في الوسطية. So اللعبة تاعهم شغل a lot of things يلعبها. He's not like this ethical زعما conservative. شغل سيد تاع مدامات. He's not really ethical in the sense of زعما conservative لازم يكون واحد مدين ويخاف ربي. I'm pretty sure Donald Trump is not religious guy. So he plays that role to appeal to the conservative base because he feels like his agenda would correspond with them more.
To become a president.
كيما احنا بزاف عندنا people in politics يلعبوها زعما مدينين ويهضروا باسم الدين just because they know باللي this is what the people want. ما تصيبهم عايش في حياته شراب ونساء and drugs, بصح يجي يلعبها لك religious because there is no way في الجزائر تكون وش تكون you cannot possibly pass any political agenda if you come off as non-religious ولا ما يهمكش قاعد. I think that's impossible. And so I think
I agree.
He is fake to a very large extent.
He's fake in this sense.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
all politicians.
And my views. Yeah, and my views on Donald Trump. I respect him. You can even respect the person who, the most disgusting person in the world for doing something. Like, for example, you can, like Mussolini or Hitler. Like Hitler, you can respect Hitler for his strength because he's a small guy who controls a nation. Bring me someone who can do that right now. No. And those people who can't do that, they keep saying, okay, I don't support what he did.
Obviously.
Of course, obviously. I respect his skills. And déjà the fact that il a contrôlé toute une nation, that's a lot. Déjà his speeches, before doing his speeches, he learned the art of drama, l'art dramatique. وكان عباك باللي كي كان يدير the speeches. I think you know this. The background اللي كان يوقف قدامها كانت beautiful, lights, et tout, for dramatic purposes. Just to control, and the way he used intonation. He was an artist, he was a painter, and then then he did art, like he did dramatic art. Après, he started talking to people. He started basically he basically هو كيفاش بدا يكومونيكي مع العباد، ما بداش يقول لهم واش يديروا، بدا يهضر مع the shadow aspects ديالهم. The shadow aspect is basically whatever we have, like negative things or positive things, but we suppress, we don't show for other people. You know? So هو كان على باله بلي a lot of Germans كانوا بزاف يكرهوا Jewish people. So موش بدا يدير, he started talking about Jewish people دون فاصون عيانه, وبدا يهضر واش كانوا يخموا لي زالمون الاخرين. صح, they didn't dare to express it. هو he dared to express it. كيما باغ اكزومبل قعدنا هذاك الفيلينغ تاع يكونوا in a classroom, زعما شغل انا حابين نقولوا عفسه البروف ديالنا, واحد فينا no one dared. صح, كاين واحد برك ينوض يقول له هذيك العفسه. سيد هذاك غير يقول احنا قاعد نوض نقولوا صح, عنده الحق. That's the same thing. That's what he used, and I respect that because he knows, he's intelligent. بس شنو, he's a bad person. Of course, he's the worst. One of the worst.
It's touchy to talk about زعما شخصيات تاريخية and kind of being able to talk about them in a completely objective way. زعما تهضر هذا فيها عفسة مليحة, هذا عفسة مليحة in that sense, but he also did very, very bad things, and we should be able to do this. So Hitler did good things. He did good things, but it doesn't deny that he's a fucking crazy maniac who killed people. And we should be able to discuss both things. ما تقوليش no, you can never say anything positive about this person. Or we should be able to be objective about our judgment in people.
I mean, people, especially the wisest people who, for example, who waged wars. They would sit around the table literally like 30 minutes before fighting, before killing each other. Because they were strong. They knew, they were like, okay, we don't want this war. Are we sure? Are you sure you want to get into a war? And then they wouldn't agree, and then they would fight. Like, this is how the world used to be. So we should not just be like, I'm angry at a lot of people who hurt me. So when I see them, I am going to, like, I'm not going to punch them, although I want to punch some people. There is a huge list. Yes, there is a huge list of people I want to punch them, and I can tell them, say this in their faces, and I would be happy saying this. So I don't want to do that because I know it's unwise, and my emotions, this action will not be wise. And if someone, let's say someone like, let's say, I don't know, stole my girlfriend, okay? He's an artist. He's a big artist. He has beautiful art. I'm not going to say his art is, he makes bad art because he did me wrong. I'm going to say, no, he did good art. He's a good artist, but he did this to me. So that's the problem I have. And this is very difficult. This is very difficult, by the way. And it's difficult for me.
I agree. I think it's difficult for the majority of people. Yeah. So I think they're not more than an hour, Jihad. We should wrap it up here. It's been really fun talking to you. Okay. Thank you so much for agreeing.
I miss you so much. I miss you so much.
Me too.
And we have to do this again, okay?
Oh, obviously. Many times.
Many times.
إن شاء الله next time نديروها in person. All right.
Okay. All right. That would be better.
All right. So take care, guys. تحية الجزائر. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.